Welcome back to the vlog. How's it going?
Not bad, man. It's nice and hot up here today.
Mate, it's absolutely roasting. I've just done some 2040s and I almost just threw up everywhere. Disgusting session. Excuse my language. Gonna have to beep that out now, innit? How you doing, George?
All good, man. All good.
Nice press.
Yeah, decent little tempo effort. Nothing too crazy. So.
And you know it's 20 degrees, so he's put the gabber on.
Just Euro now, mate. You see this ponytail? Way too Euro.
What do you think, man?
Roll it.
What do you think we're representing? Roll it. And all of the bio racer.
Whoa, no plug-in bio-racer on this channel. Yeah, so today, just a 3-hour loop with some, started off with a few 3-minute efforts, get warmed up, and then continuing with some 2040s. But yeah, today's ride is just going to be a little bit shorter because I think me and Cam are going to do a bit of a Q&A this afternoon. So yeah, stay tuned. But for now, we've entered this lovely little town called Denia, and it's actually a seaside port. And Tom knows Denia really rather well, don't you?
I know Denia very, very well. I've been here for years. I've been coming here since like 2008. Really good, and it's really up and coming. This is like the main port to the Balearic Islands, so it's got a really good tapas place right there.
Right there, what's it called?
S tapas tea or whatever. really
And
good stuff.
What else is there in Denia?
What is there? I mean, we've got Jamaica Inn, which is really good. Really good coffee, hot chocolate, all that jazz. Bike shops, donut shops, food shops. It's basically a really good culture. It's market day on Tuesday, so today we should have gone to the market. It would have been really good.
Oh, it is Tuesday. So Denia is actually where BNC Protein come, and I don't think they're here at the moment, but this is they choose Denia over Calpe. It's just up the coast. It's pretty nice. Yeah, no, mega easy. It's one of the best things about coming out here, isn't it? You just get to sit on a new group each day.
Just fucking sit on the Italian national champ. Easy.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, fucking big
Whoa.
one. But like, I'll make sure like him.
What do you think, mate? Is it time for a bit of cracky maths?
Not yet. Maybe past then it'll be time for all sorts of cracks.
Yeah?
I think so.
My new teammate. What do you call this?
I call it Feather Orange.
I call this a bonk stop.
But no one's bonked. I say you've cracked, mate.
No, I am
Cracked. Oh, nothing better than a fine fizzy drink.
What are we doing after this? Cold rats?
Penis?
Penis?
Yeah. I mean,
anyway, we've had a bit of bonk food. Now we're on our way back to Calpe. I've got one more 3-minute effort to do, and then I'll call it a day at about 3 hours, I think. Get a bit of a tan. It's outrageous.
what's outrageous? Apparently your viewers love a bit of a race.
A bit of what?
A bit of a race.
Bit of a race. Yeah, we love a bit of a race here on this channel, don't we?
We do.
Anyway, whilst they have a bit of a dick measuring competition, I'm going to go back and have some lunch. I'll catch up with you later. Hey, oh. What are you doing here?
Going for a swim. with my camera and laptop.
I'm so scared I'm going to fall in. So Cam's come round to do a bit of chat about what happened in the race the other day, because I think on his channel, that is, I think it'd be interesting to break it down a little bit. So shameless plug.
I need some tips on how to win.
Yeah, shameless plug to this guy's channel. I think yeah, go and watch it. We'll break down what happened. But after we do that, we'll do a few Q&As. You guys left a few questions, so we'll answer some of those.
This is a shot. We can just sit out there. How does that look?
Oh,
Does it look alright?
I think so.
Oh, there
We've even got the
We've
sun.
gone in-
We've even got the sun.
We've gone in for a different look on part 2 here.
Yeah, part 2 of the Q&A.
Yeah. Better than the last time we did a Q&A was in Francis K's floor, and we sat.
Oh yeah.
With no chairs on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, and you chat shit about me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where it all started.
That's where the race. That's how the race. Because I commented saying let's race in Calpe.
Back.
I wish I never commented that. Anyway,
just missing Francis. Anyway.
Moving on.
Questions.
Q&A. How do you time your efforts uphill? I get to a point where I see the top and then my body just switches off, leaving the last 10 meters at the slowest pace.
So I mean, it's easy having ridden for so many years. The more experienced you are, the easier it is to pace that effort.
Yeah.
If you are not experienced, the power meter will make that estimation a lot easier as well. But if you don't have a power meter, then you kind of, I mean, heart rate is difficult.
Yeah, it's hard to quantify. Like, I know, talking about the inexperienced bit, from the race that we did the routes the other day, like I think I said in my video, I set my best ever 10-minute power. So I had no idea I was capable of doing like that specific number for 10 minutes, other than because we were racing and I was going as hard as I could. So yeah, like there's not really any short and simple answers to that from my opinion. It's
just keep at it.
Yeah, just keep at it, keep doing it, and eventually you're gonna. Tech question: what camera and microphone do you take on your bike with you, Lawrence?
So, interestingly enough, we have the same camera, other than his is the upgrade of mine. Is that right?
Yeah, you copied me.
No, that's not what happened.
No, it's the Sony A65. Well, I use the Sony A6500. Lawrence's is the 6300. Like, they're both great cameras. They both film 4K. They both film 120 FPS. So we can. That's how we get those awesome slow motion shots. Yeah.
And then you have the Rode Mic Go. Is that right? Yours is the Go.
The Go.
And mine's the Pro. I think mine's the Pro, which means it's
Pro.
It's extended.
It's better.
So I've got
bigger.
Like, my mic is pretty much bigger than my camera, which is it's quite funny.
It's quite big.
Yeah.
I also have a little small camera, a Canon G7X, which like I take on rides if I'm doing a hard session, for example, and I don't want to carry. Like, even though the Sony cameras are quite small for what they are, they're still fairly large cameras that have to go on your back. So like having a small point and shoot camera that can just slip inside your back pocket is really beneficial, especially for like interval sessions.
Fair one. Pro tip right there.
What's the worst crimes against cycling fashion you have seen or made?
Oh, I'm going to start with this one. So the worst one, above all others, Cam, is when someone wears arm warmers and then they have a gap between their arm warmers and their jersey. And do you know what? It's almost as bad on the leg as well. Like when you have leg warmers and there's a gap between the short.
No gap.
It's just not allowed.
Like, you're wearing leg warmers for a reason, to cover your legs. Don't allow there to be a gap there.
I'm too skinny or I bought the wrong size is not an excuse. Sort it out.
Like, mine's kind of similar, but I hate it when, like, I get it when you're warming up for a bike race and you've got your leg warmers over your shorts, but if you go out training with your leg warmers over your shorts.
I did that today.
You did?
Do you hate me?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
It just doesn't look right. Like, question for Lawrence: apart from the national championships last year, what's the biggest race you've taken part in?
That's a good question. Cycling,
Bulgaria?
Yeah. So towards the end of last year, I was lucky enough to be taken to the UCI Tour Bulgaria with Catford, and that was a fantastic experience. That's the highest level of racing that I've competed in myself.
And what's like the biggest difference you find between like a race like that and then coming back to do a local national B here in the UK?
I mean, you know, the local racing at home is great, but when you've been to Bulgaria and you see, you know, these UCI races, that how well they're set up, how well they run, all the teams that take part, you know, there's a special vibe and feeling, and when you're so wrapped up in a race like that, you feel like a professional, and it's a fantastic experience. And coming back to the UK after that is really difficult because it's just not the same, you know. It really gives you the hunger to try and keep pressing and get there.
What kind of average speeds are you guys holding on training rides?
Well, firstly, I don't go on a ride looking at my average speed. Like that's not a basis of training. Especially out here where it's a lot hillier, it's naturally your average speed is going to be lower than back home. But I mean, out here, let's do it in K's and mile an hour for the viewers.
Yeah.
Probably holding about 18 mile an hour out here.
I was thinking around 18.
Yeah, which converts to 35?
No. 30-ish?
Oh, God.
29?
Okay, yeah, no, you're right, yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, about there. But at home, I will, unless it's a really hilly ride, I think 20 mile an hour is like a nice nice figure for me to aim for. But as I say, not to base training around.
All right, final question now. What advice would you give a young rider wanting to get into the sport of cycling? I think bring it back to the fundamentals, like in your own country. So here in the UK, we've got the British Cycling website. So on that website, you can go on, you can put in your address, and it will show you where all your local clubs are. Like I think you should go join your local club, start joining the group rides, get to learn how to ride in a bunch. Naturally, like riding with those guys, your fitness is going to progress. And then again, on the British Cycling website, you can find all the races in your area, get a British Cycling license, and go to the race. Like it really is as simple as that. A bike, a license,
and some morale. Awesome. There we go. Mega.
It's such a shame this pool's not heated because it looks so inviting. We had we put a thermometer in ours and it's around 10 degrees in there. 10 degrees? 10 degrees. Doesn't sound cold, but you try and get in 10 degrees of cold water and it's just absolutely freezing. Nice one, guys. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed our antics today and enjoyed this guy joining me. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Anything to add?
Ciao.